to find an agreement, which we have found today. But it is still a sad day for the European Union. But in democracy, we need to respect the choice of the people. Today's agreement is there to prove it.
Thank you. Last November, after 2 years of hard-fought negotiations, I agreed a Brexit deal with the EU that I passionately believe delivers on the decision taken by the British people to leave the European Union. Over the last 4 months, I have made the case for that deal in Westminster and across the UK. I stand by what that deal achieves for my country. It means we regain control of our laws by ending the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice in the UK, regain control of our borders by ending free movement, regain control of our money by ending vast annual payments to the EU, the end of the common agricultural policy and the common fisheries policy for British farmers and fishermen, an independent trade policy. And the deal sets us on course for a good future relationship with our friends and allies in the EU, a close economic partnership that is good for business, ongoing security cooperation to keep our peoples safe. The deal honours the referendum result and is good for both the UK and the EU. But there was a clear concern in Parliament over one issue in particular, the Northern Ireland backstop. Having an insurance policy to guarantee that there will never be a hard border in Northern Ireland is absolutely right. It honours the UK's solemn commitments in the Belfast Good Friday Agreement. But if we ever have to use that insurance policy, it cannot become a permanent arrangement, and it is not the template for our future relationship. The deal that MPs voted on in January was not strong enough in making that clear, and legally binding changes were needed to set that right. Today, we have agreed them. First, a joint instrument with comparable legal weight to the withdrawal agreement will guarantee that the EU cannot act with the intent of applying the backstop indefinitely. If they do, it can be challenged through arbitration, and if they are found to be in breach, the UK can suspend the backstop. The joint instrument also gives a legal commitment that whatever replaces the backstop does not need to replicate it. And it entrenches in legally binding form the commitments made in the exchange of letters with Presidents Tusk and Juncker in January. Second, the UK and the EU have made a joint statement in relation to the political declaration. It sets out a number of commitments to enhance and expedite the process of negotiating and bringing into force the future relationship. And it makes a legal commitment that the UK and the EU will begin work immediately to replace the backstop with alternative arrangements by the end of December 2020. There will be a specific negotiating track on alternative arrangements from the very start of the next phase of negotiations. It will consider facilitations and technologies, both those currently ready and emerging. And the UK's position will be informed by the 3 domestic groups announced last week for technical experts, MPs and business and trade unions. Third, alongside the joint instrument on the withdrawal agreement, the United Kingdom government will make a unilateral declaration that if the backstop comes into use and discussions on our future relationship break down, so that there is no prospect of subsequent agreement, it is the position of the United Kingdom that there would be nothing to prevent the UK instigating measures that would ultimately disapply the backstop. Unilateral declarations are commonly used by states alongside the ratification of treaties. The Attorney-General will set out in legal analysis the meaning of the joint instrument and unilateral declaration to Parliament. Tomorrow, the House of Commons will debate the improved deal that these legal changes have created. I will speak in more detail about them when I open that debate. MPs were clear that legal changes were needed to the backstop. Today, we have secured legal changes. Now is the time to come together, to back this improved Brexit deal and to deliver on the instruction of the British people.
We have time for a few questions. Adam first. Right.
Thanks very much. Adam Fleming from the BBC. Prime Minister, have you secured a time limit to the backstop or a unilateral exit mechanism from the backstop? And President Juncker, Does any of this change the contents of the deal at all?
What we have secured, as I said, is legally binding changes, which is exactly what Parliament asked us to secure. And what we have secured is very clearly that the backstop cannot be indefinite, cannot become permanent. It is only temporary, if it is the case that we were ever to get into the backstop. But what we've also secured, and what Parliament was very clear that it wanted, was that alternative arrangements could replace the backstop. And as I've said here, there is a timetable for that, such that alternative arrangements would be in place at the end of December 2020, so that if it was necessary to use the insurance policy, it would not be necessary to use the backstop. There would be alternative arrangements that could replace the backstop, as Parliament requested.
The instrument we agreed upon is respecting, in the spirit and letter by letter, the conclusions the European Council has agreed, I think, 2 years ago. This deal, this instrument, this arrangement, this treaty we have agreed upon today is complementing the withdrawal agreement without reopening it.
Mark.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Mr. President, Mark Stone from Sky News. To you, Prime Minister, has a single word of the withdrawal agreement changed as a result of your meeting tonight? And has the Attorney General told you that he will therefore change his legal advice? And to you, Mr. Juncker, do you believe that this will go through tomorrow? And if it doesn't, are you clear, as you just said, that that's it? No deal, no changes, no further changes?
The legal instrument that we have agreed is an addition to the withdrawal agreement. It has the same legal status as the withdrawal agreement. It is legally binding. That is what Parliament asked us to secure, and that is what we have secured. The Attorney General, as you know, is independent. He will come to his decision. He will publish his legal opinion for Parliament so that Parliament has that before it comes to vote tomorrow.
I think I was rather clear just a few moments ago. There will be no new negotiations. It is this. And I'm grateful to the Prime Minister, despite the difficulties we had, not between us, but for the friendly, determined way she was able and I was able to negotiate. Thank you.
Last question up there. Yes, ma'am, please.
What are the implications of the unilateral withdrawal mechanism on the backstop? As in, you know, can the UK decide that it no longer wants to be a part of the backstop? Does it diminish the backstop in any way? Is the backstop still legally operable as interpreted before?
The unilateral declaration sets out the UK's position in certain circumstances. But let's be clear about, as we have both described the backstop as an insurance policy, that is what it is there for. It is the intention of both sides that that insurance policy should never need to be used. If it were the case that it was necessary to use the insurance policy, it could take various forms. Crucially, one of the requests that Parliament had, that Parliament came together and had a majority vote for, was that it should be possible to replace the backstop with alternative arrangements. We have secured within this a very clear timetable that enables the backstop as defined currently to be replaced with alternative arrangements. But the intent of both sides is very clear. We want a good future relationship between the UK and the EU, and we will work hard to ensure that that future relationship has been negotiated, has been agreed by the end of December 2020, such that the backstop need never come into place.
This concludes our press conference. Thank you all. Good night.